Top 10 cars that revolutionized the automotive industry, and how did they do it? All you need to do is watch the full video to find out. We are all excited to find out which car topped our list, so before we reveal that number 1 spot, let's look at number 10 and its impact on the automotive industry. Number 10, the Ford Model T. Ford is renowned for its diverse range of vehicles and the high expenses associated with their upkeep. However, Ford played a vital role in shaping the modern automobile industry. In 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Ford Model T, which was among the first vehicles to be mass-produced. Ford's groundbreaking production process enabled them to manufacture Model Ts at an unprecedented speed and a much lower cost than their competitors. As a result, the Model T was priced between $260 and $850, making it affordable for the average person. By the end of its production in 1925, Ford had sold over 15 million Model Ts, making it the dominant player in the industry. Number 9. The McLaren F1. The McLaren F1, equipped with a gold-plated V12 engine developed by BMW and 3 seats in the cockpit, was far ahead of its time. Its top speed of 240.1 miles per hour and the high price tag ranging from $800,000 to $1 million made it one of the costliest cars of all time, and today it's one of the most valuable automobiles, with pristine examples selling for over $20 million. The naturally aspirated 6.1-litre S70/2 BMW V12 engine powering the McLaren F1 produced 618 horsepower and 479 pound-foot of torque. The McLaren F1 remains the fastest production car with a naturally aspirated engine. The McLaren F1 is also among the few sports cars that outshine the Porsche 911. Number 8. The Volkswagen Beetle. The Volkswagen Beetle has an exciting history. In the early days of World War II, Adolf Hitler recognized the public's demand for an affordable, easily accessible car. His requirements for the vehicle were simple: it should be a low price, widely available, and not be overly complicated. The result was the Volkswagen Beetle, also known as the VW Type 1, or the People's Car, as its German name suggests. While it may seem like a little bit of a stretch to credit one of history's most notorious autocrats with producing one of the world's most beloved cars, that is the story behind the Volkswagen Beetle. Number 7. The Tesla Model S. Despite not being the first electric vehicle on the market, or even Tesla's first production car, the Tesla Model S is widely considered to be the most significant EV of all time. When it was released in 2012, the Model S was a sleeper hit that offered impressive performance at a relatively affordable price point. The base Model S60 boasted a single electric motor that generated 362 horsepower and 325 pound-foot of torque, but the car has come a long way since then. Thanks to its massive sales numbers, the Model S proved to be a highly profitable product for Tesla. The company continued to produce the car and make improvements over time. Today, the most influential Model S is the Plaid, which features 3 electric motors capable of delivering up to 1,020 horsepower and 1,050 pound-foot of torque. This is why the Tesla Model S Plaid can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds, making it one of the fastest production cars ever made. However, despite Tesla's dominance, there are still formidable competitors in the EV market, such as the impressive but underappreciated Lucid Air EV. Number 6. The Ford GT40. The Ford GT40 is widely regarded as one of the greatest supercars ever produced, but its impact on how people view Ford goes beyond its impressive performance. The original Mark I GT40 featured a 350 horsepower, 4.2-litre Ford Fairlane engine, while the Mark II version was equipped with a 380 horsepower, 4.7-litre Ford V8. With the help of Carroll Shelby, the car was eventually outfitted with a powerful 485 horsepower, 7.0-litre V8 engine. Of course, the Ford GT40 is best known for its historic man's man victory. Hey, if you're enjoying learning about these cars that changed the automotive industry, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay updated with our future content. And don't forget to leave a comment saying I subscribed so that we can thank you personally. Now, let's get back into our list of revolutionary cars. Number 5. The Toyota Prius. Hybrid cars are now ubiquitous in 2023, but there was a time when they were scarce. The Toyota Prius was at the forefront of the hybrid movement, and while it was not the first hybrid car ever produced, it was the first commercially successful one. Today, the Prius remains one of the best-selling hybrids on the market. Over the years, the Prius has undergone numerous design changes and major updates, but it has always been a polarizing vehicle among car enthusiasts. However, the introduction of the latest model, the brand new Toyota Prius, has yet again become a serious contender in the hybrid car market for 2023. Number 4. The Citroën DS. When discussing cars ahead of their time, it's impossible not to mention the original Citroën DS. Surprisingly, modern car features such as air suspension, swiveling headlights, and high-performance brakes were all present on the classic Citroën DS. The first Citroën DS models rolled off the production line in the late 1950s, and they featured hydro-pneumatic suspension, which was a revolutionary concept at the time. The DS was also the first mass-produced car with disc brakes on all 4 wheels instead of drum brakes. In the late 1960s, Citroën introduced headlights on the DS that could pivot in the direction of the steering wheel, an innovation that was way ahead of its time. It's remarkable to think that the features we consider modern inventions today were implemented in the car that was produced many decades ago. Number 3. Audi Quattro. During the 1980s, Group B rally racing was the world's most dangerous motorsport, and car manufacturers had almost no restrictions on what they could create. This inevitably led to the production of some truly insane Group B rally cars, with the only requirement being that 200 road-legal examples had to exist. One such car was Audi's Group B rally car, the Audi Quattro. Although Audi did produce some road-legal versions of the Quattro rally car, it was the Audi Sport Quattro S1 that stole the limelight. This aggressive vehicle featured an extravagant body kit and an outrageous 444 horsepower turbocharged inline-5 engine. It was the first ever rally car to feature an all-wheel drive system, specifically the Quattro all-wheel drive system, a name that is still used to this day. We know you're waiting to find out which car took the number 1 spot, but hold on just a little longer. In the meantime, you won't want to miss number 2. It's a game changer. Number 2. The Oldsmobile Jetfire. The Oldsmobile Jetfire may seem like an ordinary muscle car that's overhyped and not worth the investment, but it was much more than that. It was the first car to introduce turbocharging to the public, although some argue that the Chevrolet Corvair Monza also came with turbocharged engines in 1962. Nevertheless, the Jetfire is still considered the pioneer. Under the hood, the Jetfire was powered by a 215 horsepower, turbocharged 3.5-litre V8 engine, a significant upgrade from the 185 horsepower of the naturally aspirated V8, with nearly 300 pound-foot of torque available at 3,200 RPM. And now, at number 1, the BMC Mini. The BMC had quite a bit of an identity crisis, being called the Morris Mini Minor in some parts of the world and the Austin Mini in others, as BMC owned both Morris and Austin at the time. Nonetheless, the BMC Mini was a game changer for the ideal commuter car. It was one of the first cars, along with the original Fiat 500, to feature a front-engined, front-wheel drive layout, resulting in a more affordable price, more interior space, and a small, transversely mounted, 4-cylinder engine that wasn't a gas-guzzling monster. Today, many cars still follow the same recipe BMC created in 1959 during the oil crisis. In conclusion, the automotive industry has been shaped by a handful of cars that have changed how we think about automobiles. These game-changing cars have now set new standards for performance, design, safety, and efficiency, and have profoundly impacted the industry. As we look into the future, it's clear that the automotive industry will continue to evolve and adapt, driven by new technologies and changing consumer preferences. But the legacy of those game-changing cars will live on. We hope you've learned something new and have enjoyed our selection of revolutionary vehicles. We'd love to hear from you, so what was your favorite part of the video? Is there anything else that you'd like to know about these cars or the automotive industry in general? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more exciting content.